One of the questions that many of my patients ask are what are the tools of the trade that you use and the different types of needles that may be utilized during any one treatment. And there are a number of different needle types that we use in our treatments. The most common one is the filiform needle, which varies in gauge from 28 gauge all the way up to 36 gauge needles. And you can see those here where there's the handle that the practitioner holds onto and then the needle itself. This is one of the largest needles that we actually use and is rarely used. And you can see the size changes down to very small needles that are used as facial needles. And then there's a special needle we call a press needle that you may not be able to see on the film, but it's very tiny right here by my fingernail. Those are actually left embedded into the body for up to 5 days by some practitioners. Again, it's not very commonly used. We also use what's known as a bleeding needle. This is very similar to what a diabetic may use in order to test their blood. All of our needles are actually single-use needles, so they're individually packaged. We buy them pre-sterilized, and we dispose of them in the same way that any kind of medical waste is used. They come oftentimes with a little guide tube that we'll utilize in order to insert the needles. We also have a unique needle that's called a 7-star needle. The 7-star needle actually has a series of small prongs at the head of it, and we'll demonstrate how to use that here on another clip. And that's oftentimes used for certain types of pain, especially when it's in a large area. So if you're curious about the types of needles that your practitioner may be using in a treatment, be sure to ask them about that type of needle that you're going to receive so that you can have the most successful and comfortable treatment during your process.